Woo, that was heavy. So it is the next day, and yesterday I finished up with this little wall in the back of the garage. I needed to build that up so the 2x12s that run down the back of the garage, the rafters, will land on that wall right there. So before I put those 2x12 rafters in, I need to put in that 4x14 beam that goes right across the ridge between the 2 points here. So I'm going to get up there first and pencil out where that 4x14 beam is going to sit, and then I'll mount the brackets, so when I bring the beam up I can just flop it into the brackets and I won't have to fight it too much. So what I'm going to do to lay out the 4x14 that has to mount here, I'm going to see where 3.5 inches hits right across here, and that'll be my top line, because the 4x14, it's actually 3.5 inches wide by 13.5 inches tall. So where I find that 3.5 intersects right here, I'll come down 13.5, and then that'll allow me to get the bracket in there that I need. So I got the beam drawn out, so it's going to come down to here and up to that point, and I got one of the brackets, but I see there's going to be an issue because that bracket sits right there. And if that's the case, I will only be able to get 3 nails up there. Now there's nothing to nail down here, and 3 nails on this side, so 6 nails to hold a beam that really requires 16 nails. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put a block in on each side, so I have nailing to hold this bracket properly. Okay, I got the blocks in. Let's get the bracket in. By the way, this nailer has been a dream. It shoots the metal connector nails. It's by Grip Right. It has just saved me a ton of work putting in all of these Tico nails for the metal brackets. Apparently my compressor got low on air. Just heard it kick on. Cool, there we go. Let's go do the other side. And there's the other bracket. So I just measured, it's 11 foot 6 inches, between the two girder trusses. So I'm just gonna go down and cut that 4x14 just a hair under 11/6, so it will slide past these brackets for the girder truss. All right, this beam is heavy. Let me see if I can get it up on top of the basket. Whew, that was heavy. Let's take it up there and see if we can finagle it into its spot. Whew, that was difficult. Even cutting it a little short, that thing was snug. Plus, I had that plywood in there already, so I ended up having to put that into the beam in first, and then come down here and lift it up over that bracket, which I don't know how I would have done it trying to put that up. I guess I could have put maybe a block under it, but anyway, I got it. I got it up high enough without that other side falling out of the bracket, and dropped it into place. So now I just got to shoot the Tico nails into the brackets, and that beam is set. So I got the other header all cut, and I'm going to take it up there now. This one I had to prep a little different, and I'll show you when we get up there. So for this beam, which is kind of on the, this is going to be the front of the dormer, and it's going to carry ceiling joists that go out this way to the trusses that are going to go across over there. But since there's a whole bunch of plywood above that and I don't have much room above the bracket, I put this one in. I left that one open and I put a 2x4. So what I'm going to end up doing is putting the end of the beam in here, and then slide it over that 2x4 in place, and then I'll put the bracket on the beam. So I got the beam in that pocket. Now I just gotta, it's not quite all the way tight in that pocket, so I gotta bang it this way, and then I gotta go in that way to line it up. Let's see if we could do that. Put you right there. Whoops, a little crooked. Straighten that. There we go. Hopefully you don't fall off there. All right, will it work? What do you know? It worked. All right, now I just got to slip the bracket under this beam, and it should just about lift it up to the right height, and then I'll shoot the bracket in with the Tico nails. I'm afraid this is gonna move when I'm trying to get this bracket on. So let me just draw a line up here where I can see. So I'm on the line at the bottom. So now I know that's not going to move. So if it does move, I'll be able to see it up here. Looks like I just need to shim this up just a touch to get it at the right height. I'll come back in a second. All right, I've got this other beam in, and basically what's going to happen is the 2x12s will go from the they'll tie into this right at the bottom here, and we'll go up to that one, and then basically from here the height of this straight out will be ceiling. So I need to build some walls in and build in the dormer and then set the trusses, but that is probably going to be another day. I'm going to work on laying out the 2x12s. I already marked my studs, but I forgot my tall square to square those off. So I'm going to do, I'll measure it for this beam, and I'll mark the joists where they're going to go on that beam, and then maybe I can start cutting these in. So I cut a 2x12 at the 8 and 12 slope, which is a little over 34 degrees. So let's see if that matches up. That looks pretty good. Let's go up and try it on the upper ridge beam. All right, let's see how it lines up over here. So that is pretty good. There's a gap because I'm hitting the nails, the Tico nails on that bracket, but that's the right angle right there. So when I put the 2x12 up, it's going to flush out on the top. The bottom hangs down about 1/4 of an inch. So I wanted to get a pattern, because obviously 2x12s are pretty expensive, so I made a 2x4. And so I want my 2x4 to be about 1/4 inch low here, and then the bottom of it will flush out on the bottom of the beam below. So let's I cut one, let's see how it fits. So I've got the 2x4 flush on the downhill side. Get it lined up again here. And I'm hanging down about 1/4 of an inch, so it's going to be a good pattern. So it's getting kind of cold, and a storm's rolling in. I don't know if you can see it up there behind me. So there's going to be rain here in the next about hour and a half. So I'm going to start cleaning up now and call it a day. And I'm not sure if this is going to be the end of this video, but if it turns out to be the end of the video, I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.